Hi everyone. Good morning. So welcome to our third class of Building AI Agents. So for today, we are going to see some, as usual, we are going to go through some concepts before we go to the demo. So the purpose of this class today is like how we take the wheel in Copilot agents. So let's say that for some reason you want to limit it and control more what users, how the users interact with the agents. So for today, we are going to see how to use the topics, how to customize system topics, and also we are going to build a branching topic, so to adapt what user says. And also we are going to start to use variables. So use system variables and also to build some variables to store some content. So just few concepts here about the topic. So topic, why do you use topic? A topic is a guided conversation path you design. So we saw in the first class the LLM is the model, is the brain that can answer any question, basically. But for the topic, we are going for the opposite direction. So we are saying that the users will, we are defining the paths. We are defining what users, how the users will interact with this agent. So we are removing the freestyle and we are taking the wheel and define the steps. And then we are going to see trigger phrases. So how the phrases trigger a topic. We are going to see system topic and also branch, how to work with a branching topic. Um, Topic. So when to use a topic. So as I said, if you want to remove, you want to limit it, you want to limit how users interact with the bot, with the agent, we use topics. Okay, so when to use, when you want to put a structure. So you want, for example, all the users to use the same process. For example, ticket details, approval access, access requests. So when you use a topic, a classic topic, you are making sure all users will have the same structure, the same path. Okay, so then when not to use. So when not to use is when you want the opposite. You want the users to have open conversations and you leave the model to answer for you. Okay. If you want a general chat, then don't use topics. Use just the normal orchestration. And then how to develop a good topic. You need at least 5 phrases. So just similar phrases that users can type. So you can have more than 5 phrases, but I would say minimum add 5 phrases. For example, request access or I need access, give me access, access to VPN, unlock my account. So everything related to this topic, to these phrases will trigger the topic. And also some just best practice is to keep it short. Don't build long topics. Just be focused on what you need. And if it is too long, maybe you need to split into topics or so on. But yeah, in the demo, you see more about this. And then just some visual here for you to understand the difference about a chatty mode and a design mode, a topic mode. So chat mode. So it's best for knowledge questions. So how do I reset my password? I'm not asking yet, reset my password. I just want to know how do I reset my password? So you are leaving the model to answer this. And it is predictable. It's not that predictable. So the wording is various and if different users try the same prompt, maybe you have different responses, right? And then it does not allow you to capture data. Um, and then if you don't have a good grounding and good instruction, it can hallucinate, it can guess too much. But then when you use a topic, when you use the design mode, uh, it's best for critical flows or define flows that you know that every user at some point will use. So you have, for example, I need to request a VPN access. As we have more people that join, let me just rephrase. Let me go back a little bit. So today we are going to talk about topics and see how we are going to use a topic. So in this case, we are removing the freestyle path. So we are trying to structure some paths. So some flows that you might have that you might want to use. For example, request access. So you want all users to have the same response and goes to the same flow. So in this case, we are using a classic topic to control and limit the path, right? So then just here, I was just finishing explaining the difference between the chatting mode and the design mode. So in the chat mode, you are leaving the LLM, the brain, to answer these. This will be open-ended questions. You cannot predict if all users will have the same output. But when you are using the classic topic, you are design the same structure for all answers. So we are going to see this in the demo, but yeah, this is just some concepts that we are going to see today. So let me now move to my agent and you see how this works, okay? So here is the Copilot, our main navigation. So what I'm going to see, I will open my agent, so the one that we were developing in the previous classes. So the most important thing here we need to check is that under the settings. So here you go, you open your agent, you go to settings. Then here, so this is the important part, the most important settings in this class. So what we are going to see, we are going to turn off the orchestration. So we are going to say, I don't want the brain, the model to answer my questions. I will build my own orchestration. I will build my own topics and just defining that. So I'm going to send this to no, and then I'm going to save. So so the question here is, use generative AI orchestration for your agent response. So we are saying no, because we are saying that we don't want the AI, the brain, to drive this. I want to drive this on my own, okay? So, okay, I save it. So when I come back to my agent, we are going to see topics. So here, topics, as you can see, we have some pre-built custom topics. And we also have some system topics. So this comes out of the box. So depending on the type of trigger, the system will identify this topic and start the processing the topic. So let's just customize some topics just for you to see how the topics work. For example, here, greeting. I'm going to modify this. So this is come out of the box, and then there's some triggers phrases to kick off this topic. So if someone says good afternoon, good morning, hello, hey, hi, so here you can also add it and use more phrases. So let's say I want to put as well, Good evening. Okay, good evening. So what I'm saying here, all these phrases are going to trigger this. And then here is just some ways for you to have a better structure. So every users will have always the same answer when trying to greeting the agent. So let's also modify here the message. So we can say, hello, I'm IT helper. We can say, I can help you with passwords, VPN, M365, and other access requests. What do you need? Okay, I'm going to save this. So what I'm saying, like every time that someone use these type of phrases, I'm always going to answer with this message. So let's test. So before this was the message. So now I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to say hello. Yeah, so now you can see. So it picked up this topic and is saying this message. Hello, I'm a T helper. So here I'm just customizing this message. So another example of topic is, for example, the fallback. So we have custom topics. You can create as much as you can. So we are going to create soon a custom topic, but we also have some system topics. So this is it comes enable for you, so you can disable or you can customize. So for example, let's say the fallback. So the fallback, it means if someone says something that my agent doesn't know how to answer, what is the process? So you can customize this and say like, for example, here, I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to help you with that. So maybe you don't want to ask, can you rephrase that? Maybe you want only to simply say, I'm sorry, I'm not sure about this. You can reach IT help desk for this question on, I don't know, extension or mobile or telephone number 1234. Like, it's just you can put whatever you want. So this you are making sure that every time that a no intent happened, you are saying, I'm not sure about this, and then just go and look for IT help desk on this number, okay? So if I want to save first, and then let me try to test. So I'm going to start a new session. And then let me see if this will work. For example, if I say book a flight to Lagos. Yeah, you see, so this is say, I'm not sure, I'm sorry, I'm not sure about this, you can reach IT help desk. So here, what's my point here is you can customize the fallback, the unintended, you can customize the things that you know that users can do. So you can predict and you can design a path that will be consistent across every user. So you are making sure that every user the experience of every users will be the same depending on some things that you can set here, okay? And now let's go a little bit deep, more advanced, and we are going to design a process. We are going to design a custom topic here. So then I will start from blank, and then I want this to be, for example, request IT access. So I know that every user in my company at some point will need to request an IT access, right? So what I'm going to do now is I will design this process so every user that needs IT access will follow this process. So I don't want the brain, I don't want the model to answer this. I want all the users have this path, this flow when they try to request access, right? Um, so here I'm going to add some phrases. So here the trigger is phrases. So as I said in the beginning, try to also always use at least 5 phrases, but you can have more. But here, for example, let's put some. I need access. Then they also can ask just simply request access. Then I need VPN. Can I get access to, or maybe unlock my account? And then just one more. I need M365 access. Okay, so what I'm saying here is I build my trigger. So any time that user using this type of phrases, this topic will be triggered, and then we are going to do something. So first of all, okay, we have the trigger. So what comes next? What we need to do next? So any questions so far? I hope you are following, but yeah, feel free to raise your hand if you need anything. Okay, so then we have the trigger. Then what I'm going to do now is, okay, you need that access. So what is the first question we need to answer? So which type of access do you need? Which system do you need access? So I'm going to first send a message. So let's say, happy to help. Okay, so let's pick something that will be more personalized for the user. So I'm going to show you how to pick, for example, the name of the user. So here, when you see here, for example, in the message, you have many options. So you can send a file, send an image, quick reply. You can also personalize. You can put some style in the message, bullet points. But here I want to display the name of the user. So here I'm going to pick a variable. Here you can define custom variables, or you can add a system variable. So here I'm going to pick display user display name. So here I'm saying happy to help, and then display the name of the user. So here I'm using a system variable, and then which access type do you need? Okay, so this will be the first question. But then, okay, this is just a message, but then now I want to develop this to go and do the specifics. So I already know, for example, in my company, I only can have 3 types of access. This is just an example. So here we are going to give some options for the customer, right? So then here we are going to select a variable. We are going to create, I want to create a variable. No, this is now what I need to do. Condition. Insert a new condition and select a variable. Why I cannot create a variable? Sorry, maybe I need to define the variable before. Let me just have a quick look on my other topic. Sorry, just 1 second. Let me make sure I'm doing the right thing. Sorry, apologies. I picked the wrong thing here. I don't want a condition yet. I want to ask a question. Yeah, this is because we want to ask the users which type of access do they need, right? So here we say which type of access, and then we are going to ask here. Sorry, here, happy to help. Oops. Okay, happy to. So here I'm just saying happy to help and the name of the users, and then here, so I'm picking a question. So I'm asking a question. So I'm saying, which type of access do you need? So I'm asking a question, but this question, the difference here is I'm going to define only the access, the choices that they have. Okay, so I'm saying that I don't want users to try to access any type of access. I want to define the access that are available to them to request. So here, let's say they will have VPN. So a VPN, then another option will be M365. And then here will be
people from APC to join it. That this is the party that will stand against.
Please, if you are not speaking, mute your mic.
Yeah, so
between APC and ATC. That the battle will be between APC and.
I've done that. Don't worry, Carolina.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so here we are asking a question, and then we are giving the options for the user. So I'm saying that if users say they need access, they only be able to request access for these 3 options, right? And then here is saving. So whenever I'm using this as question, I'm saving this in a variable. So this is our variable. Just for best practice, let's change the name of this variable. So let's say var, I will say access type. So then what we are doing here, we are saving the response in this variable. And then here, then you see here, once I added the options, so it already gave to me the conditions. So based on these options, I can design the type, how I will handle these options. So for example, for VPN, I'll have a process. For M365, I'll have a different process, SharePoint. So you can define, depending on what user select, you can define different process for each type of access. So here, another thing that I want to do as well, I want to create a variable. So here, variable management. Now you'll say set a variable value. So what I'm going to do here, I will create a variable, create a new variable. So here, let me change the name. So this variable name will be priority, because every type of access has different priorities for the IT to process. So I'm going to set a variable. The name will be priority. And then here I'm just saying the default will be, let's say low, will be low. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I will change this variable depending on the type of access that the user selected. So here, so variable name, so I want to add variable minutes, set a variable value. So I'm saying here, if a user wants to access a VPN, I'm going to set the priority to high. Because for my company, for my process, I understand this. If a user needs a VPN access, so this needs to be processed quickly. So this has to be a high priority for the IT. And then M365, let's do set a variable as well. So for my company here, I understand the priority will be medium. So this won't be a high priority. And then for SharePoint, we can just leave as the default here will be low. So this will be processed in a different timeline. Okay, so again, just let's recap. We have a trigger, we have a message, a greeting when they enter this topic. Then we have a question. We define 3 different options. And for these 3 different options, I'm setting different priorities. And then once I have this, what I want to do, I want to ask another question. So let's see, ask a question. And then here we are going to just to confirm this access, okay? So I will request, so let's pick here a variable access type. So I want to double check this. I will request this access at, let's pick another, pick our priority at this priority. This priority. Can I submit? So this you are just double checking if what we did, what the user select, because maybe the users can select the wrong thing, right? They want to select a VPN, but they select a SharePoint. So this we are just doing a loop to see, can I submit? Are you sure of this? And then here I'm going to put yes and no. So if they select yes, then if they select no. Okay. And then here, let me just, again, best practice, always change the name of the variable. I will set here to var confirmation. Okay, and then if my confirmation is yes, I'm going to send, sorry, no, I want to send a message. I will say, your request access is complete. The request number is, I don't know, C456. So you are just giving a reference number, and please wait an email confirmation. So here I'm just doing a simple process just for you to understand how you can control what the users need. So here for of course you can go to another system, log a ticket, or you can send an email to IT, or you can do a Teams chat. So you can pick many things here depending on your process. So here let's just explore a little bit. So here you have some options. So you have ask adaptive card. So we are going to learn more things in the next class. But here you can add a tool, for example, if you have an API that creates a ticket, or if you have an API that can create the access, can request the access properly the access. So you can define a tool and pick this tool here as part of your process. So these we are just going for the basics here before we progress, but I just want to show you the capability. So if you have a connector, if you have a tool, so you can always pick here, for example, the process in my company is once a user wants to request access, I have a Excel that I need to put this access request in Excel. So you can do it. So here you can do whatever you want, basically picking the tools that you have available here. Right, so we have upload a skill, generate a search query. So depends on what you want to do, you can do it. Also, you can communicate between different agents. So here we have this IT help desker, but let's say that you already have an agent that is specialized in requesting access. So you can delegate this task to another agent. So you can also have sub-agents to do your tasks as well. So you can pick agent. Or then you can have different things, send an activity, sign out the user. So you can explore this and see the capabilities, but here you can do many things. Or you also can go to another topic. So here we are creating a topic, but you also can go to another topic. So let's say you want to design in a way a good structure that can go one topic to another. You can also do it. So you just starting a topic and then you go to another topic, just some hierarchy in the topics as well you can do. Or you also want, I want to go to another step. So I want to go back to the first step, or I want to end this conversation, or I want to transfer this to a real agent. So you also can do it here. So there's so many things you can do with the topic. So you can easily define your company process using a topic. Okay. Then here, what we need to do at the end is always finish a topic. So I'm going to end current topic. This is just making sure that once my access is request, I'm finishing this topic, I'm finishing this conversation. And once a user type another thing after this we will start from scratch and do whatever needs to do. Okay, so make sure you always ending your topic. Okay, I'm going to save. I have a error. Okay, so here an expected character. Let me see what is the problem. I don't want this. I just want to select a variable confirmations. Then here, yes, okay. Maybe I typed something wrong. Okay. Okay, I fix my condition. So you see the good thing as well. So once you are developed here, you see the topic checker. So here you see some warnings, some errors. So it gives you exactly what you are doing wrong. So this is also a good thing. Okay, I save here. So let's now test this topic. Always make sure you start a new session just to be consistent and picks up whatever you updated. You need to get the right thing, the latest update. Okay, so here now I have my triggers. So whenever I use a trigger, this will trigger this topic. So I need access. Okay, then you see happy to help. This is my username, but this will be your name, will be Carolina, will be Victor, will be Omolola. So we'll be displaying whoever is logged in this agent. This is our variable is speaking dynamically and pointing to the person. And then here, which type of access do you need? Then here you can see that there is the options that we have defined. So which type of access do you need? So here you can have 3 options. So let's pick VPN. Okay, so then I will request a VPN at high priority. Can I submit? Then I have again 2 options here. So as you can see here, also this class, I wanted to show how to use variables. So you can see this message here is customized with our variables. And then here, yes, if I say yes, your request access is completed, the request number, you also can have this number in a variable as well. But here, the purpose of this class today was just to show you how to create topics, how to use variables, and how to test it. So here, so as I said, here you can customize whatever process your company has, but this is the structure. So this is how you make conditions, how you ask questions, how you send message. So, and then if I want to say request access again, then let's say I will pick SharePoint. I will request SharePoint a low priority. Can I submit? If I say no, this won't do anything. So this, yeah, we don't. You see, so here we didn't say, we didn't do anything. So let's go back and do something. So if they say no, let's just say send a message. Saying, otherwise we'll be confused. So we say no and nothing happens. Maybe it could be like the system is stuck, but so make sure for every condition you are interacting with the user. So here I want to say no problem. Thank you for using this agent or using IT helper agent. Bye. Then I'm going to save. And let me test this again. So I will start a new session. I need access. Which type of access? SharePoint. Low priority. Can I submit? No, I don't want this to be submitted. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. So you see, so in this way, you are define the topic process. So here you can use whatever you need, right? So I hope the topic was clear for you. So I know we have just show you the topics that exist in the previous class, but today the goal was to show you how to actually use the topics, how to customize assistant topic. You can also disable assistant topics. You can define the triggers, so you can work with the topic. But to use a topic like this, make sure you are setting the orchestration to no. Because if you have the orchestration to yes, then you are leaving an open-ended conversation, and this will use your knowledge sources, the other things that you have defining this agent to be used. So if you want to use a topic in this classic way, you want to control the wheel, you want to limit the responses, you need to turn off the orchestration. Any questions? Any comments? Anything?
Just a quick one. What's the difference between using this classic orchestration and using conversation boosting?
Conversation boost. I'm not sure if you can use conversation boost here, but let me do one thing. So for the classic one, so we are turning off the brain. So we are turning off the model. So we are just we are limiting the response. But what do you mean a conversation boost? Is this another option here?
Yeah, if you return back to the topics.
Topics. Okay, let me come back to the topics.
You return to the topics and you go to the system.
System. Okay, conversational boost. So this is just a type of system topic. So here you have this defined. So done. So here no intent. So yeah, so here is just another type, another thing that you can customize. So you can either turn off or you can do. So I'm not sure how this will do because this might conflict whatever you have. So you need to make sure your topics are not conflicting. So here it's triggering create a generative answer. So I'm not sure how this topic works, but I can definitely ask my AI. So let's just let me give me just 1 second. So how conversation boost topics works and how can I use this with classic topics in Copilot Studio. So always good to ask an AI, right? To some questions. So I'm just, let's see what we have here. So to be honest, I never use this topic, conversational boosting, but let's see here whatever the AI has to tell us. Yeah, so is a system topics. It triggers when agent can find a matching topic. Yeah, so this, okay, so how this work with classic topic? If your agent class orchestration, the agent respond by matching. This mean your classic custom topic and the structure predictable. Yeah, so your classic custom topics will trigger whatever you have that phrases, but when you cannot finding these everything else will trigger these other topics. So the conversational boost. So then it's up to you to have this enable or disable. So basically the conversational boosting is just a fallback when you cannot, when your custom topics cannot answer, these will be triggered. Okay, but then you can explore, you can see if you really need this, because yeah, if you want to limit this to be not using generative AIs, then you need to turn this off. But since you have your custom process for IT request, this will be triggered. I hope this answer your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other question? Any other comments for today? Yeah, I hope you are noticing the evolution of the classes. So next class, we are going to use adaptive cars. We are going to advance a little bit more in the class. And then just another thing before
Sorry,
we finish. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Carolina. Please,
Yeah.
the lab environment we have, I'm a bit confused that it's a bit different from the one you are using to demonstrate to us. I don't know if it's just mine. So I can't see these topics, knowledge, and all that. I can't see the tab here.
You don't see the topics in your environment?
Yes,
Yeah,
mine
so
is
here, yeah, so here you are. So here I just have one environment. So I'm in this environment, and here I have my agent. So to see the topics, every topics is part of an agent. So you have to open your agent, and then the topics will be here. Will be this tab here.
Oh, okay. When I create an agent first, all this tab will automatically display.
Yeah, will be displayed. So all these topics here, will come for
Topics,
you.
knowledge, activity, and all that. The evaluation, they will come for me.
Yeah, this will come for you. Yeah, the system topics as well. Yeah, this will be automatically. And then you can create a custom topic as we did today. So I create a custom topic.
All right. Thank you.
Right? No problem. Any other question? Okay, so before we drop the call, I just want to come again to the orchestration, and I will switch on the orchestration just for you to understand that how the orchestration works and how is the difference between a classic orchestration. So if you turn on the AI orchestration, so this won't be pointing to the classic orchestration. So be sure you got this concept. Otherwise, if you develop a custom topic and this is not working, I'm pretty sure it's because you have this yes. To use a classic, you have to go to no. But now we test the classic. So let's go back to the orchestration. So the generative, the AI orchestration. So now, if I go back here, I'm going to test my, because now I'm saying I'm now using the classic one, and then so this will should pick another thing that I have in this agent. So here request access. Yeah, actually this picked my topic. So yeah, but not every time. If I say it's the access process. Yeah, so here, once I switch on the orchestration, so this is going for my knowledge sources. So remember in the previous class, we have set up some knowledge sources. So I switch on now the orchestration. So this is now going to use my custom topics, and also we'll be using my knowledge sources. So if you only want to use classic topics, you need to switch off the orchestration. But if you want to use both, then you can switch on the orchestration and do the two things in your agent. Okay, then you can see this is also referencing my knowledge that I have set up previously. Okay, this was our class for today. So next class, we will go a little bit more advanced. We are going to use adapted cars, and then in the next class, we are going to see some actions. We are going to do more automations. But I hope you liked, I hope you learned how to work with topics. If you have any questions, so feel free to use the chat, our mentoring chat. You can, if you have any doubts or any problems when you are trying to create a topic, yeah, feel free to message us. So me and Jay will be available to help you. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining and having an amazing weekend. We'll see you next class.